This week we discussed how to create leads on your map using the advanced mapping system within Service Autopilot. And now I want to talk about the benefits of that, what the implications are, versus say purchasing a lead list from the exact same zip code and marketing to that list. Number one, you're going to be spending anywhere from 5, 10, 15 cents per head on a list like that. So it can get pricey really quick versus in Service Autopilot where you're just paying for that feature that gives you much more benefit than just getting leads. Number two, if you're using your existing customer base as your baseline for where you want to focus your marketing efforts, you're going to be spending way less money on postage, because instead of purchasing a stamp for every single postcard that you send out, you can just have your crew or your technicians drop the postcards off at each individual property while they're out running their route. So you'll save money there as well. But also, it will be more profitable for you to gain your existing customers' neighbors as customers versus just random people throughout that zip code, because you'll be building route density. So let's run some quick numbers just using my example to kind of see what we're talking about here. Route density is a really broad topic that we could spend hours talking about, but just using this one specific example, we can see how we can save a little bit of money here. So I took the zip code that I used in my last video and I did some research on it and determined there's about 12,000 properties in that zip code, and that any one given property is about 2.8 miles away from another. So let's take that number, 2.81. And then I figured what my cost per mile was based on my payroll, based on the IRS standardized deduction amount per mile for a truck, and also my fuel charges, or excuse me, my fuel cost. And so the number that I came up with per mile was $1.17 multiplied by 2.8 miles, which comes out to 334 per mile. So that's $3.34 each time that I want to go to one of these new leads that I purchased to their property. Now, of course, that's an average. It'll be a little less for some, a little more for some. But the average cost to drive to that property is $3.34. Now, for one customer, that's not a really big deal. But if you're doing reoccurring work for that customer and say going to their property 52 times a year, maybe even more than that, depending on if you do maintenance as well as installations and enhancements, that number multiplies really quickly and adds up. And then if you're talking more than one lead, it adds up even more. If you're talking multi-person crews, it adds up even more. And so now that $3.34 to arrive at that property is all of a sudden turning into $400, $500, $600 per year that could have been avoided if you acquired a more profitable lead by building route density. Use the Service Autopilot advanced mapping system to help you acquire that route density rather than going and wasting thousands of dollars purchasing random lead lists that sure will bring you more revenue, and revenue is great. That's what we want to be building here. But if you build smart revenue, it will help you grow faster, acquire better, more efficient, more profitable leads. Thanks for watching.